Finnish President Alexander Stubb meets Xi Jinping in Beijing, discusses regional security and Russia-Ukraine conflict. Helsinki court seizes Russian assets in Finland, following Hague Tribunal ruling in Naftogaz case. Survey shows Russian speakers in Finland distrust government and media, police and military trusted most. Upm CEO foresees growing demand for sustainable energy amid expanding electric economy. Finnish President Alexander Stubb recently met with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing, discussing key issues regarding regional security and international relations. During their conversation, Stubb openly shared with Xi his lack of trust in Russian President Vladimir Putin. He emphasized that Russia's war in Ukraine poses a direct threat to Finland and impacts the security of several European countries. Stubb suggested that Xi could end the war in Ukraine with a single phone call. However, Xi noted that the situation was more complex than that, while welcoming Finland and China's dialogue on the matter. The meeting took place in a friendly atmosphere, underscoring the importance of cooperation for global peace and addressing international issues. Finland and China also agreed to a 15-day visa-free travel arrangement for Finnish citizens visiting China and committed to collaboration in green transition and circular economy efforts. Stubb's visit included ministers from various sectors, aiming to expand economic cooperation and promote sustainable development projects. This marks a significant step in Finnish-Chinese diplomatic relations, especially as both countries seek to enhance their active roles internationally. Since Russia's occupation of Crimea in 2014 and damage to Naftogaz, the national Ukrainian oil company, compensation claims have sparked international dispute. In April 2023, The Hague's International Court of Arbitration ordered Russia to compensate Naftogaz over €5 billion. To enforce this, on August 13 of this year, Helsinki's court approved freezing Russian assets in Finland up to $4 billion, leading Finnish enforcement officials to initiate asset seizures on October 24. Currently, around 40 properties owned by Russia, valued at over €35 million, have been confiscated, including locations in Helsinki, Turku, Hiirakoniemi, and Saltvik. Notable assets include a Russian cultural center and a large office building in Helsinki. However, the Russian embassy in Helsinki remains unaffected due to diplomatic immunity. Russia responded swiftly, sending a note to Finland's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and announcing plans to contest the decision to protect its national interests. Finland is the first country to seize Russian assets following The Hague's ruling, raising questions about Russia's diplomatic response and whether other nations might follow Finland's example in the future. According to a survey by the Kultura Foundation, trust among Russian speakers living in Finland towards local authorities has decreased over the past 2 years. Some Russians in Finland feel a deep mistrust, citing concerns about media and government honesty. The survey revealed that long-term residents in Finland tend to feel more equal to locals but are less trusting of societal fairness. Conversely, those who arrived less than 5 years ago rate their freedom of expression more positively. Despite this, 33% of respondents reported feeling impacted by misinformation, mostly from sources like NATO, Russia, Finland, or Ukraine. Among Finnish authorities, the police and military are held in the highest regard by Russian speakers, while the media and government receive lower levels of trust. Upm CEO, Massimo Reinato, states that sustainable energy demand will increase with electrification and data center growth. While UPM is expanding into renewable energy and biochemical products, the company's main revenue still comes from traditional products such as pulp, printing paper, and wood products like plywood and timber. Despite a revenue drop to €2.521 billion in Q3 2024, profits rose to €291 million thanks to efficiency improvements. UPM forecasts continued strong results next quarter compared to last year, focusing on providing sustainable energy for an electrified economy and creating petroleum alternatives, with a new biochemical plant in Germany poised to expand this promising market. According to the latest report from Finland's Ministry of Labour and Economy, the Finnish job market is showing signs of slight recovery, shifting from labour surplus to skilled labour shortages. However, the main issue remains a skills mismatch between workers and employers, especially in remote areas. While many regions still have a labor surplus, economic recovery is expected to boost hiring. The health and social sectors, in particular, will require more workers due to an aging population and high retirement rates. Similarly, technology and construction sectors are expected to grow with investments in the green transition. Nevertheless, the unemployment rate in September remains at 8.4%, the highest since 2018. Many workers in sectors like hospitality and technology have lost their jobs, and bankruptcy and restructuring negotiations are on the rise. Despite these challenges, some employers are avoiding layoffs, hoping for a shift in economic trends, and believe future skills shortages will need to be addressed. Businesses in central Jyväskylä are increasingly concerned about security, leading the city to establish a task force to address the issue. The main pedestrian street in downtown Jyväskylä, in operation for 30 years, is now becoming unsafe, affecting businesses, customers, and the area's image. Verso Hotel director Aino Perinen stated that noise and disorder harm business. Meanwhile, Jasmine Mukoli, owner of Robert's Coffee, noted that disturbances, alcohol, and drug use have made customers wary. Some stores, including Wilhelmina Cafe, have had to close due to vandalism. The city has created a task force of experts from various fields to propose short and long-term solutions to improve security and restore public confidence. Recently, many students in Tornio, Finland, have had to walk to bus stops instead of receiving home pickup as they used to. This change has left 14-year-old Seni Kolerimainen feeling unsafe when walking through dark, isolated paths to the bus stop. On the way, she often has to stand crowded or sit on bus steps due to insufficient seating. The shift to public transportation instead of dedicated school buses is becoming more common across Finnish schools. However, this change raises concerns among parents, as public transportation often lacks seatbelts and sometimes exceeds passenger limits. In Tornio, city officials explain that the change aims to encourage student activity and save budget, not to reduce service quality. Nonetheless, many parents, including the Kolerimainen, worry about their children's safety on narrow, dimly lit roads, especially in winter when snow covers walkways. The city has received parental feedback and is working to improve the situation, including adding more buses during peak hours to reduce overcrowding. Several student-organized events in Finland may violate alcohol sales laws due to lacking required permits. Popular events like Sitsit, parties featuring food, drinks, and entertainment, are often held in restaurants, rented rooms, or university spaces, with ticket prices including alcohol. Under Finnish law, selling tickets that include alcoholic beverages is illegal unless the organizer has a permit, which costs at least €950 and allows serving alcohol for up to 30 days. Another option is to have attendees bring their own drinks or to hold events at restaurants where guests buy their drinks directly. The law is enforced by police and local authorities, though students aren't frequently checked. Police emphasize organizers are responsible for legal compliance. Student representative organizations such as SIL and SAMIC are committed to raising awareness of legal compliance through training, noting that many new university students may be unaware of regulations and need guidance for safe and legal event management. Wolves have repeatedly attacked Katie or Swire Arlar's sheep farm in Tamer Lar, Kantar Hamare, killing 11 sheep and forcing 5 more to be put down on October 26. This is the third attack in recent months. The farm lost over 30 sheep to wolves in fall 2023. With a large herd of up to 1,000 sheep in summer, Swire Arlar worries her farm might not survive if the situation doesn't improve. She believes that allowing controlled wolf hunting could make wolves more fearful of humans. However, Mari Lili from the Suzalife project, which focuses on preventive measures, emphasizes that their goal is to provide advice and support for livestock farmers, not to promote wolf hunting. According to Finland's Ministry of Agriculture, wolf attacks on sheep nationwide result in about 500 animal losses per year. A recent HSL decision to raise public transport fares has stirred concerns among residents in the capital region over the rising cost of living. Regular commuter Sonia Helenius expressed frustration, noting that fare increases are tightening family budgets. To go to work, I have to pay for the fare, so I end up saving in other areas. Another commuter, Faisa Abdi, is considering getting a driver's license to travel independently if fares keep rising. Some residents, like Rosa Koivular and Juho Sabin-Oak, have different views. Rosa feels fortunate to travel free with her young child but worries about other rapidly increasing costs. Zarnar Risti Luoma, a Suomenlinna resident, relies entirely on public transport and hopes for support policies for island residents, such as an area pass. Rising fares might lead some to consider private car use, but they still hope HSL will find solutions to balance travel costs. In Finland, disputes over security deposits for rental housing have surged this year, requiring the Consumer Disputes Board to handle more cases. The primary issue centers on cleaning when leases end, with landlords often deducting cleaning fees from deposits. According to regulations, landlords must return the security deposit after the lease ends. However, opinions on normal wear and tear vary between landlords and tenants. For example, sofa depressions are considered normal, while scratches from dragging furniture are not. Similarly, wall drill marks for shelves aren't usually seen as damage requiring compensation. Anne Vitar from the Finnish Tenants Association notes that many landlords retain part of the deposit unreasonably. Photographing the property's condition before moving in is advised to protect both parties' rights.